Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. I am finally getting back into the rhythm of things, guys. I do apologize for the delays in videos. We've had a lot of sicknesses going around in our family and, just stuff. So welcome back. I am so grateful to have you here. Honestly, guys, can I just take a moment and, just blow a little sunshine your way and tell you how grateful I am for the opportunity to be here to help you guys, in your day-to-day problems and to heal some inner wounds or whatever your purpose for being here is. I'm truly, truly, truly grateful for you. And I just wanted to say that. Okay, so we're going to get into your reading today. This is for the next 7 days. I should have had it out yesterday, but Jesse has been sick. He's home from school again today, ran a fever all night. So anyhow, pile number 1 is rose quartz. Pile number 2 is this blue kyanite. And pile number 3 is this star hollandite crystal. So take a moment, reflect on, ask Spirit what advice they have for you for the week, okay? And we'll get into your piles without further ado. All right, pile number 1. All right, so just so you guys know, I'm trying to do shorter videos because I channel deep and I think I'm losing a lot of viewers because people don't have an hour and a half to watch a reading. So I'm going to try to keep them down, okay? So let's see your tarot. You have the Queen of Swords with morality. Ooh, you have the Hermit with aloneness. You guys got an extra card. So I took it. The way I dealt these today is I just let Spirit select the cards. And so some people got 2 of certain cards and others got 1 and just whatever wanted to come out. So we have the Queen of Swords, the Hermit, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Moon. So let's get all your cards out and then I'll channel. We have health. I don't know if you can see because there's so much sun in some places and shade in others. And one of my candles busted and broke on my table, so I got to take my tablecloth and wash it. All right, so we have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. We have caterpillar, opportunity. We have focus. And we have why. Wow. So let me look at this. So the Queen of Swords with Hermit. Okay, so I'm just getting a real feeling here, like Spirit is saying, you're spending an awful lot of your time and energy, your focus and time and energy on questioning something logically. Like you're really working hard, probably spending a lot of time alone with family. But you've got the 10 of Pentacles with opportunity. Let me get some clarifiers here. Can we clarify the Queen of Swords, please, Spirit? Clarify. Oh, too many. Hold on, guys. Knock, knock. Who's there? Not you, then who? Swords. You you'd like to tap into spirit and find out what is going on for pile number 1. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Why is the Queen of Swords here? Dreams coming true. So you have opportunity here. Clarify the aloneness. Let me check this camera. I can't even tell with the sun in my eyes if you guys can see this. I think you can. But there is shade. All right, why is the Hermit here? 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 Oh, come on. Why is the Hermit here? Clear, concise messages, Spirit, please. Why is the Hermit here? Why is the Hermit here? Look, you have healing and health. And seek the truth, and you're questioning. What is the Ten of Pentacles here for, please? Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Rest and reconsider. And why is the Moon here? Why is the Moon here? Why is the Moon here? You know, I appreciate that, Spirit. I truly do. But can we just kind of get a clearer answer for the Moon? Why is the Moon here, please? Why is the Moon here? Why is the Moon here? Why is the Moon here? Thank you. Hopeless and helpless. Okay, and so it would appear to me like this week you should be focusing on your I just feel like you're overworked. I feel like you've been questioning something here. You've been questioning. We've got seek the truth and why. And we've got the Star card. So if this is health for you guys, I really do see that you need rest. You need to rest. Maybe you've been pursuing something really, really heavily. Maybe finances. Let's read. I brought the books out for these newer decks because I'm just learning them. And sometimes the book comes out with some really good stuff. So we have focus. You must focus on the task at hand right now. There's no room for a scattergun approach. Put on the blinkers and do not listen to gossip or negative people. If you make a mistake, it is your mistake to make. Do not waste your focus. Do not split your attention in too many pieces. What we place our focused attention on matters. Placing our undivided focus on something means we are more likely to take action on it. Procrastination. So I kind of feel like you've been procrastinating. It could be in health matters, you know, it could be you've been people pleasing, trying too hard to, some healthy boundaries seem to be necessary. So I'm getting many messages, actually. Let me look at the Shaman's Dream Oracle and see what it says for the caterpillar. That's number 4. Transformation, opportunity, independence from conditioned responses. The energy of the caterpillar appears heralding a time of transformation and opportunity. Here you're being asked to revise your dreams. Your dreams. If it looks and smells familiar, step away from it for the time being. The new cannot emerge from the old, and the youthful and vital cannot emerge from the aged and sickly. Wow. Experiment and surprise yourself with what arises for you in the moment. Caterpillar is an invitation to test out a new strategy to get a different, better result. Remember that the definition of lunacy is continuing with the same thinking and behavior and hoping for a different outcome. It's time to break away from habits, habitual responses, and surprise yourself and startle others. Elicit a smile or a frown or a look of awe from those around you. Do not wait for an invitation from life to practice a bit of outrageousness or for permission to do the unexpected. Any other response right now would lead to more of the same and no real change. Sometimes the most original response is no response whatsoever. Stand stock still, staring steadily into the eyes of the players in your drama, avoiding engagement until the moment is right. Caterpillar invites you to witness the story unfolding, knowing that deciding on the timing of your action is just as essential as finding the best way to is finding the best move to make. And when you do act, let there be no doubt in anyone's mind of your determination and the power that you unleash. So I'm getting procrastination here. I feel like you guys have been taking into consideration too many people's opinions. You're showing up day in and day out, doing the same thing, expecting different outcomes. Spirit wants you to chase your dreams, look after your health, rest when you need to rest. Try not to put your focus on what other people want, right? It feels like you're a bit confused, you know, with the Eight of Swords, the Moon, and the Y card. It feels like, and to seek the truth. It seems like there's some kind of a question that you've really been hammering yourself with over and over and over again. And there is a need for you to kind of go within yourself and look at your own dreams and opportunities. If you really want to heal your finances or your family matter, because Ten of Pentacles can be, you know, legacy. What is your legacy? What are you bringing to your world, to your family, to your existence? What are you being too staunch? Are you following old paradigms, old contracts, old programs? I'm hearing programs. Like maybe you were raised to believe that, you know, you had to operate or do things in a certain way. And it just feels like you've been stuck in procrastination, afraid to start something new. It's like Spirit's calling you to follow your dreams. We've got the Star with the Nine of Cups. I mean, you're really being inspired to take action on some kind of an opportunity. But you've really been stuck in this non-action of playing over and over and over and over and over and over again, something in your head where you're unclear about something. And I think what Spirit's trying to tell you is stop trying to work out the problem and just live your life, and the problem will work itself out. Let me just try one more thing here. So what is this problem? What is the question at hand? What are they struggling with? What are they struggling with? What is the question? What is the question? Balance. Yeah, your energy's scattered. Your energy is scattered. It's like your head and your heart aren't in the same place. Your mind is believing something, Queen of Swords, that is out of alignment with your true purpose. You've got to balance the actions with the desires. So whatever it is that is your dream, that is an opportunity for you, that you've been wishing for, but your mind is telling you, you know, whatever your mind tells you, because we all have argumentative minds, right? I'm not popular enough. I'm not just enough. You know, you fill in the blank. I'm not blank enough. And I really think that your health might be a bit suffering because you are really too focused on It's like you don't want to screw up. You don't want to do something wrong. Oh my God, we got 222 on the bottom of the deck. Literally, 222. Find balance, coming together, spread your wings. You have a choice to make about your future. And Spirit's wanting you to make it according to you, not everybody else. Choose you, that's what I'm hearing, choose you. So this is a general reading, it's a collective reading. It's going to be, each and every one of you have a different choice on your mind. For some of you, this is work, 8 of Pentacles. For others of you, it's love. It's, you know, how do I come together in union with somebody who's on my heart and mind? For others of you, it's, you know, my life is changing. Where is it going? What is my next step? And you've just been spinning your wheels, worrying and stressing and questioning. And Spirit's trying to tell you, you know, it doesn't really matter as long as what you're doing is in alignment with your truest calling. And that, like I said, that's going to be different for each of you. Like my calling is I want to help heal people so they can show up in relationships in a healthy way without triggers and trauma and shadow. That's kind of my mission. And I believe if we can do that, people will learn to self-govern themselves in a way that is healthy. So for me, that would be this in a nutshell. You know, I do spend an awful lot of time focusing my attention on questioning what my next step is instead of just taking one. And it's kind of like Spirit saying, you know, we're all teachers. We're all here making dedicated efforts. Maybe you work, you know, whatever your life purpose is, whatever you want to put out into the world, it just feels to me like you're worried about making a mistake. So whether it's in your job, you know, maybe you're facing some kind of a decision, and you're worried. You're like, I'm confused, I'm questioning, I feel stuck, I need the truth. You're super focused. We got 2 number 14s, which break down to a 5, which is change. I think your spirit guides just want you to choose something that's going to bring you joy and happiness, that will fulfill you, your dreams, your own personal healing. Don't worry so much about everyone else, because it's kind of like I'm getting this role model energy where if you focus on the things you love, the people you love, the activities you enjoy, fulfilling your own heart space, not only will your health get better and you will find more balance, but you won't have to be alone all the time, overthinking. And you know, there's a difference. You can do nothing and be very productive, because doing nothing is healthy, as long as you're resting. But I think Spirit's wanting you to kind of get up. I think you've been resting too long because you've been stuck in stinking thinking about the future. And you do have a legacy here of some sort that you are supposed to seed the world with. And it could be helping others heal. Maybe you're a healthcare provider. Maybe you're a healer. Maybe you know, work in a bank, but you talk to people all day long and they dump their problems on you. It's, take your own life situation, the lessons that you've learned, and turn them into opportunities for growth and healing. Chase your own dreams, because Spirit is really telling you that right now is an opportunity for you to seize And yet you're sitting here. And it said in this card that, you know, this opportunity doesn't always, it doesn't stick around forever, right? So I would say you need to go, you need to get up. Spread your wings. Go after the, if you want a relationship, right? Make a choice. Find balance. Do something. Make a dedicated effort. And for some of you guys, you're teachers. But, you know, this is the Hierophant. This is all about conditioning. It's about traditions. I feel like you are too traditional. You're too programmed into the morality. It's like you were raised by parents that said, this is right, this is wrong. And in their day and time, it was. It fit the energy. But in today's day and time, I think those are outdated belief systems. And you're facing a choice in how you want to, or what you want to create as your legacy. And do you want to teach the old ways, or are you being called by Spirit to teach something new? Maybe you're going to help other people find balance in their life. But this week to me feels like Spirit's just telling you that there's some action that needs to be taken that you've been procrastinating. So whatever, and some of you, it could be about finances, because we've got the 7 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles. For others of you, it's literally, you know, what is my mission in this world? What is my role? What is my legacy? What am I supposed to be doing? And Spirit's like, well, sitting there questioning day in and day out and just spinning your wheels is not getting anything done. The opportunity here is here. And all you need to do is choose, and choose with your heart. Choose with your heart, and then get your mind on board, because your mind is not on board. Go within your heart and ask yourself, what do I want? What would make my life happy? What would bring joy into my life? And then pursue it. Follow that dream, and your health will improve. Your mind will improve. You'll find more balance in your life. You'll create a legacy for the future. You can take your focus and all this energy that, this is drained energy. This is just energy that is wasted. Take that focus and place it someplace that's productive. Creating change. I think you're afraid of change. I think you've kind of been stuck in an old, where'd it go? In an old traditional belief system. And I don't think it's serving you anymore. And I think that spiritually, you've been seeking, soul seeking, right? This is the seeker. You've been on a journey of seeking. This is all seeking. And Spirit's like, you know, everybody needs to do self-improvement. Everybody needs to soul search and spiritually grow. But sometimes it's time to take a break from more fixing yourself, more expectations and fear of movement, because what if I get it wrong? It's time to make a dedicated effort to spread your wings, come together. Some of you, it's money. Some of you, it's love. Some of you, it's just passionate, new beginning in all areas. But you are allowing, your energy is draining. Look at this bubble is draining. You're draining your energy. Over-focused on a choice. And Spirit's kind of saying the only choice that really ever matters in anybody's life is happiness. It's the whole reason why you incarnated, was to be happy. And I think that your health might be a little bit suffering because maybe you've been sitting, pondering, thinking, over analyzing for too long. And so spirits, just, I think this week you need to question less and just take a leap of faith into the future and follow your heart, right? Follow your heart. What am I doing? I just want my tarot cards back so I can clarify. So that's your weekly advice, guys. You're facing a choice and Spirit's telling you it's time to move. It's time to get out of your head. It's time to come out of your cave. It's time to possibly teach or learn. You know, sometimes this is the learning card. Maybe you're the student. And, you know, sometimes it's okay to take a break from that too. I know I've been on an ascension journey for a while now, and it's exhausting when we can't find balance between the heart and the mind, right? Where is this going? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I doing it right? Blah, 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 blah. So Spirit's telling you, go into the heart space and then go after your dreams, and then don't let your mind, because what happens when your mind and your heart aren't on the same wavelength is you block the manifestation. So desire and action have to be in alignment, and beliefs. You got to believe you can have it. If you're asking the world, you know, hey, bring me $1 billion. The world is never going to bring you $1 billion if your heart desires it, but your mind says you're not worthy. So there's some kind of conflict between your heart and your mind that need to be balanced out in order for you to have forward movement. And I think this week you should really just explore. Be curious like the cat, right? Just try new things and trust that when you find the right thing, it's going to resonate with your heart and your mind so much that you're going to know that's it. That's what I want. That's what I need to be doing. That makes me feel good. That helps me, helps others. It's just a good thing. And if it's in romance and you're sitting at home overthinking about some union you're trying to bring together, you know, Spirit's like, hey, time for a rest from that and get out there and have some fun. Pursue your dreams. Chase you for a while instead of chasing them. And if it's money, you know, money comes in when you believe you can have it. The world always pays you what you think your value is. Okay? So if you think you're worth $1 million, you will absolutely receive $1 million. If you think you're only worth maybe $5, then $5 is what you're going to get. And your work and your legacy should be something that inspires you to inspire others. Then it will thrive. Then your finances will thrive. Okay, so I love you guys. I am moving on now. I got to check the timestamp. Try not to kick the thing over. It is 28:40 by the time I write it down. 28:40. All right, so much for quick, right? All right, pile number 2. Welcome, welcome in. This is Tracy. I've missed you guys. Sorry, I've had a lot of sicknesses and stuff. So let's see, what is your weekly advice? I'm beginning to see a picture here. Hunger. If I move these out of the way, I have a little bit more room, don't I? All right, and you guys got 2 of these. We got the Never-Ending Story and Poised. Okay, so let's start. First of all, we've got the Sun card, and then we've got the 3 of Swords. And then we've got Temperance. We have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. We have hunger. with the wolf moon. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. We have fallen angels, spiritual narcolepsy. We have the never-ending story, and we have poised. So, do I need clarifiers? Let's start with reading out of the book. And then we will see if that helps clarify. And if it doesn't, I will throw clarifiers. Because what it looks to me is like something, things were happy, right? It could even be a childhood friend. We've got the word innocence here. We've got friendship. But now we have the Three of Swords and we have integration. It feels to me like there could have been an argument or some kind of a falling out with a friendship. Adversity. And with the spiritual narcolepsy, that's all about, you know, are you on an awakening journey? Are you awakening? And then you kind of fell back into the matrix. You fell back into old patterns and behaviors. When, you know, it's like, because that's what it looks like right here. With this never-ending story and poise, this is opposition. This is adversity. This is the same old, same old, same old. This is a cycle that never ends. This is taking a leap forward, creating change. It feels to me, if I just channel what I'm feeling without reading out of the book, it feels to me like you had been doing an awful lot of healing, integration around childhood trauma, heartbreaks, past loves, past friendships, whatever. Just trauma from the past, from your youth. But it feels like there are some old ways that you have. Old patterns that you were working so hard on breaking that probably maybe a friendship, somebody that you look up to or care about, pulled you out of your high vibration and back into the cycle of old patterns, whether it's gossip or drama. So let's read what is the hunger moon, wolf moon. Feed the good and hope within you. There will always be a lean part of the cycle. You see, there's the cycle. I was feeling that. Prosperity will come. Do not let your hunger blindly dictate your actions entirely. I recognize all that I hunger for. An old and wise Cherokee of the First Nations of the U.S. is speaking to his grandson about life. The young boy asks his father, "It is said, grandfather, that everyone has two wolves within them. The first wolf gives darkness, despair, hate, and jealousy and sorrow. The second wolf gives light and hope and helpfulness and kindness. Yet, grandfather, I feel them fighting within me. What can I do?" "My small son, these two wolves will always fight, and they will fight within each person. You are no different," said the grandfather. "But," said the boy, "grandfather, which wolf will win?" And the grandfather answers, "Whichever wolf you feed." We must be careful about what we nourish and feed within us. If we give abundance to the aspects of the self that can harm others and ourselves, then we cannot truly thrive. Having no limitations upon these behaviors and patterns hurts us and starves the higher and finer parts of ourselves that will bring us more happiness. To ripple that happiness to others is part of why we are on the planet as humans. It feels like pile number one just dropped in on pile number two. To ripple that happiness out to others, we must also recognize that in life, just because it is a cycle, see, never-ending story, there will always be leaner, less abundant, or less bright times, yet we have built our resilience and self-trust for times like this. And we know we are both loved and protected. The cycle will soon turn to less shadow and more bounty. Amazonite is a recommended stone. So let's look at Fallen Angel. I already got your message, but, you know, fair is fair. I read these for the other people. Falling unconscious, spiritual narcolepsy. You are being cautioned now not to fall asleep or go unconscious. You've been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations, your wings. As you fall, you pick up speed heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need to do to stop being a fallen angel is spread your wings to halt your descent and then find the updraft again. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels. Do not be seduced by friendships that are not high vibrational like you are. The fallen angels, because you are falling but not fallen. Your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interest in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is right. Temperance, timing. So it feels to me like you've been ascending or raising your vibration. You've been having a glow up. You've been healing and doing shadow work or whatever. And it seems like you went from happiness to sadness because of some kind of adversity or drama. And it does feel like that was possibly the old you. Maybe you liked gossip. Maybe you liked drama. Maybe you didn't like it, but you entertained it. You fed it. You fed off of it. And you were so close, poised, to really spreading your wings and flying above it all and becoming a higher version of yourself. And it feels to me like you were doing really good too. You were doing really well. And then, maybe you had a falling out with a friend and they've dragged you into some kind of drama. Or you've created your own drama, because that can happen too, especially if it's a cycle that you're trying to learn how to break. So your advice for the week is to, if you've been wondering, if you've been fighting or arguing with somebody, your advice is to sit on your feelings and to see things from a higher perspective. Why are they angry? Try to get out of the drama and see the trigger, see the trauma. Everybody, when they create drama, they create it from trauma. Haha, I made a riddle or a poem. So hurt people hurt people. And whether you hurt a friend or a friend hurt you, or two of your friends are hurting each other and they've dragged you into the middle of it, Spirit is asking you to just kind of sit on your tongue. Don't say anything that you might regret. Don't offer. Sometimes, especially if it's not your drama, that old saying, not my monkey, not my circus. If you have been ascending and you have learned how to balance your own energy and you're poised to take flight, perhaps when there's a lot of drama around you, there could be some low vibrational friendships that really need to be weeded out of your garden or have healthy boundaries with. I can love you from over there and I can care without carrying. When I started my awakening and journey, I had a lot of friends that were very toxic because I was toxic. It's vibrational alignment. Whatever toxicity was living inside of me was the magnet by which I was attracting my soul tribe. And we were alike. Well, as I started to ascend, now I'm here and they're down here. And, they seek to pull you back down. They want to pull you back down to where you were because they miss you. And they miss the drama and they miss all the fun they had creating chaos with you. So sometimes we have to get rid of those friends or just entertain new friends with higher vibrations, right? So it seems like you're facing the two wolves right now. The light and the dark. And Spirit is cautioning you this week to feed the dark one. Take your focus and attention off of the drama and the negativity and place it back in high vibration. Spread your wings, go above. Remember, hurt people hurt people. This is a general reading, so I don't know if this is you having a fight with a friend or two of your friends having a fight with each other and they're asking you to pick sides. Maybe it's an age-old, never-ending fight that's been going on with a friendship for a long time. And Spirit's like, you know what? You're poised for flight, man. Don't entertain that. Care without carrying. Put up a nice, healthy boundary. I can love you from over there, but I don't have to eat dinner with you. Balancing out your energy, and this is divine timing too. If there's something that needs to be said in this situation and you're angry or upset, I think it's time, Spirit's saying, take time to balance out your energies, to see the bigger picture, to understand the real issue at hand. Because arguments and fights don't come from the issue that you think. It's a much deeper issue. Hurt people, right? They get triggered in abandonment wounds or control issues or narcissistic behaviors, whatever it is. Spirit's asking you, please don't engage. Please don't feed that wolf. Please don't entertain that energy. Take a breath. Look at things from a higher perspective. You are so close to elevating to a higher timeline. And what happens when you elevate to a higher timeline is you leave behind people. And it's sad. It really is sad. Because you love them. But sometimes when you are creating change and they're not, they can't go where you're headed. And that means that you have to let them choose where they want to be, what timeline they want to be on. And it just feels like healthy boundaries are needed here and some tempering, temper the temper. And if you're being asked to be a go-between to other friends, Spirit's really advising you to just take a few breaths and really assess the situation from a higher perspective. It feels to me like you're elevating in vibration and you have some old friends that are trying to pull you back down into your previous version of yourself. Old cycles, old beliefs, old things that just went around and around and around and around. So your advice this week, I don't need to clarify anything here. It's pretty straightforward. Your advice this week is do not engage with the dark wolf. Dark and light, dark and light. Yin and yang. Do not engage with the negative aspect this week. It doesn't say don't engage at all. It's saying take a moment. Divine timing. You'll know when the right moment is to take action. If action is even necessary. Because it could be. Because you're poised to take some kind of action. And Spirit wants whatever action you take not to be the same action you would have taken before. But to take a higher perspective. Don't let the fallen angels, the ones in the lower timeline, drag you, make you fall back into old patterns and behaviors and drama. Okay, so this has been your guys' reading. It was pretty straightforward, guys. And I'm sure that if this is your pile, you were like, oh, I get it. Because that was a straightforward message. So I can't see. 4432. So thank you, pile number 2. Thank you, thank you. We are going to move on now to pile number 3. I like those kind of messages because they're so to the point. No clarifiers needed. All right, pile number 3. Welcome back. If you picked the Star Hollandite crystal, this is a powerful crystal, guys. Powerful. This is all about the ascension. Actually, I kind of feel like this whole reading's been a little bit about elevating ourselves and getting out of stinking thinking and old patterns and behaviors. All right, so what is your message and advice for the week? We've got the 4 of Swords with the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, and the 5 of Swords. Wow, tough week for everybody. Blame. Oh, a tidy house. Yeah, I just heard, sorry guys, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I heard people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. We have fruition. We have self-reflection. And we have no place like home. Okay. So I will read from the books first, because sometimes that gives clarity and I don't need clarifiers. So we have a number 10. There's an ending here that's going to bring in some kind of new beginning for you. Endings are always new beginnings. And we have a number 1. See, so you go from 10 to the 1. This is a number 8. This is a number 5. You got 3 5s. 5, 5, 5. So let's take a look and see what Spirit's trying to give you advice for the week. So we have, if clarity and organization, a thorough inventory, an auspicious symbol. If your emotional world feels messy and unruly and you can't seem to get clear, it's time to see how your environment is affecting you. Although your inner world has a huge impact on what shows up in your outer world, the reverse can also be true. You can be influenced by the people who populate your daily life and the energy of the objects you surround yourself with, basically everything in your surroundings. Now is the time for an inventory and full clearing of your environment. Ask for clarity from your relationships, and do not make assumptions at this time. Clear and unambiguous communication is key. You may choose to let go of some people from your life when this shows up. This is a good thing. Otherwise, you might stay in these relationships too long out of a sense of obligation and social courtesy, when in truth there is nothing holding you together. Be impeccable with your words. Say what you mean and be willing to make whatever changes are necessary to clean up your side of the street. If you know you're not doing the right thing, it doesn't matter who has an opinion. That said, right now, once you are sure your proverbial house is in tidy order, there is a release of energy to begin new things, to enjoy life, and to know with certainty that you are on the right path. Again, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I don't know what's going on here, but that's what I'm hearing. So we have fruition, which is a number 10. Waxing gibbous 1, discernment. Take care in your choices now. Look carefully and judge wisely. There may have been something difficult to see, something that has been obscured, but now it has been revealed to you. Examine it closely. I take my time to be accurate and precise in my discernment. When you get some years on you, hopefully the time you spend moving and choosing upon this earth brings you some kind of wisdom. Some of that wisdom will be bred of hindsight and perspective. All of us, if we are engaged in life, make good decisions and poor ones. Sometimes we make spectacularly bad ones. All of us get hurt others, learn, forget, fall over again, get up. But hopefully we grow with each instance. We change. We are able to spot where our sore points are and fix them, if we so choose. We are able to take a good long look at what is painfully reoccurring in our lives and deal with it. Yes, baby, deal. The secret here is discernment, real discernment. Really making it a priority to take time to ensure acuteness of judgment. Really looking at the fine print before you buy. Instead of taking things on face value or rushing into surface judgments, take your sweet time to form friendships and business relationships. Put your energy output into perspective, looking at evidence instead of only just believing. Feel and act when you are being trodden upon or having your boundaries overstepped, or when something doesn't quite feel kosher. Ask clarifying questions and really listen to the answers offered. Then act on the reality. That is growth. That is real pattern bursting or busting. That is the gathering of wisdom. Note, waxing gibbous moon. This is the first of the waxing gibbous moons. The overall themes of this part of the moon cycle are actions and will. Yellow jasper is recommended. All right, so we've got self-reflection here too. So you got 2 of these. So I do want to read that. Number 17. Wrong book. Self-reflection. Be curious about your own nature. Choose to turn inwards to quietly contemplate who and what you are and want. The more you know about yourself, the more you are able to steer yourself well. Know what you believe and why, yet be open to the development of new beliefs and ways of being. I'm not afraid to look deeply at myself in all aspects. Both scientists and spiritual practitioners believe there is much benefit to be had in self-reflection. The process involves us thinking about what is happening, how we react, and make sense of it. It exposes our strengths and weaknesses and gives us information to make changes if we choose to. It gives us a small respite in the busyness of life and allows our brain to make some sense of the chaos we experience each day. As self-reflection is something we all would benefit from doing, why don't we do it? First, self-reflection requires us to slow down somewhat and turn our awareness inward, something that does not come naturally to some, and especially not the highly extroverted. Start small, and maybe getting assistance with someone else as a guide can solve this. Second, some people are not exactly sure how to self-reflect and so do not try. To change this, examine the various ways to self-reflect during a regular 5-minute recap of the day as you commute home or before dinner. Sit quietly and think about all that has happened and your reactions to it on this moon, every moon cycle. Record how you feel each day. There are many ways to self-reflect, and one will suit you. Third, some people self-reflect, but then they do not like the feelings or vulnerability, anger, guilt, or defensiveness that occurs. Why go there when it isn't pleasant? Here is where we grow our self-responsibility. Short-term pain will certainly be wrong or be worth long-term gain if you do not ignore the elephant in the room. A regular practice of self-reflection allows us to intercede before problems get too big. We can, for example, catch ourselves before something gets way out of hand. We can apologize and make amends to someone for our mistakes. We can catch negative patterns and stop them in their tracks. The theme of waning gibbous moon, of which this is the first, is the process of self-reflection and building resilience. Companion stone or metal is tiger's eye. All right, no place like home. Tidy. So it feels to me, we've got postponement. This is the 4 of Swords. This is, it's healing. It's self-reflection. And then we have self-worth. So we got self-reflection with self-worth and comparing ourselves to others. So comparison is the thief of all joy. And so I feel like you're being asked to do shadow work, quite frankly. There's some old patterns and behaviors that need to be cleared out and recognized, some masks that need to be taken off, because there's so much abundance to be had once you really strip away. Sorry, my guides are funny. I heard strip away the bullshit. In order to gain clarity, you must first stop looking to others to compare yourself. Others' homes, others' lives, others, and blame. I accept responsibility for my own well-being. So this is all about self-healing. This is about taking control of your thoughts and your actions and your belief systems. It's starting with you. And to take responsibility for your own behaviors, your own actions. Once you start taking control and responsibility for your own actions and not blame other people, then you can actually start new with real, like, I just get this feeling like your own self, when you look in the mirror, you're not happy with what you see. Self-love, self-love. You feel like an outsider. You feel there's an abandonment wound here. You feel abandoned. And there's somebody else that you are blaming for this. You're like, you know, this person did this to me. I did, you know, everything the way I should have done it, and this person did this to me. Or maybe it's even the universe. Sometimes it's not a person, it's like life. Or like, what the hell, man? I live a good life. I'm a good person. I'm, you know, this, that, and the other thing. And then, you know, I'm broke all the time. Nobody loves me. Nobody chooses me. Everybody else does better than I do. My life is always on hold while everybody else is just, you know, whatever. This is a very heavy energy. Like I just feel heavy. Like I needed a deep breath. This is shadow, guys. You need to really, really look in the mirror and look at the things in your life, in your house, in your own backyard, and clean it up before you project it out into the world on other people. If other people are more successful than you, it's because other people don't, they don't beat themselves. See, the Five of Pentacles is all about that internal dialogue, right? I'm not thin enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm just blank, not enough. Nobody loves me. I'm always doing everything alone. Everybody else is doing this, that, and the other thing. My life's always me on the outside looking in. My world is gray and the world outside is vibrant. You know, this kind of depression can often lead to messy houses, you know, the inability to get up. Everything overwhelms you, right? It's like, oh my God, like today, honestly, I'm a bit overwhelmed. My kid's been sick with the flu, a stomach flu, not COVID, the stomach flu. And he's been throwing up, vomiting, diarrhea, and messes everywhere. And like, he was so sick, running a fever, that when he got up, he really he couldn't control what he was doing, right? So there's just messes everywhere, you know, and my sister was staying with me because her house pipes burst. And there's all kinds of ways we can blame it on other people. But the truth of the matter is, when we take responsibility for our own well-being, we prioritize things and we get it done. Now, when you're depressed, that's not easy. And that requires shadow work. That requires us to go within and take a look at what beliefs, and what's our inner dialogue. What do you say to yourself? Are you your biggest cheerleader or your worst critic? Look at all the fives. 5, 5. Number 50 breaks down to a 5. You have a 10, a 1, an 8, and a 4. So this is about foundation. When we just read the numbers and not the energy of anything else, this is about your own home. Home. 4s. House. Right? No place like home. You guys might have grown up in a home that was unhappy, unhealthy, toxic. This is a general reading, so there's just too many storylines for me to even channel one. But it feels to me like you're not happy within yourself and within your home. And you project your unhappiness out onto other people. Like, You know, why are they successful? Why are they happy? Why don't they want me? Why this, why that? There's too many whys here. I want to get you guys a postcard from Spirit, because this is too deep to go into in a channeled reading that's a pick-a-pile. You need to do shadow work. You need to really, really get to know yourself on a deep, intimate level. You need to face your childhood, your home life, your marriage if you have one, your friendships. You need to take a look at all the things that you've created that bring you sadness instead of joy. And you need to start cleaning out your garden, weeding out the garden, right? If you want a beautiful garden, you can't let it grow up unattended. You have to take responsibility for it. You've got to go out there every single day and water it. And you have to pull the weeds, and you have to take care of business. I feel a little bit of blame going on here, but I think I think you're not owning your part in it. And you might have an unhappy home. Let's just take a look here. Advice, please, for pile number 3. Advice for pile number 3, please. Highest and best advice for pile number 3. Thank you. All right, dearest you, isn't it amazing how things seem to come around again, full circle, in ways you could not possibly have planned? You wonder how a dream could die, only to be resurrected years later when you're really ready. You thought it was time back then, but your wisdom knows better than your small self, whose desires are unmet. Yeah, you're unhappy. Now, here you are with a new opportunity to do things from a different, more mature perspective. We want you to trust that in this new opportunity for rebirth, you will be called in 2 directions, and the one that is unfamiliar will be the right one. In the unknown spaces, the uncharted places of infinite potential, we are waiting to guide you into your fullest life. Big bounty will come in if you remain in the present. You have come full circle, and now you can see that everything changes, is made new, and is given new hope. This is what needs to happen, guys. You're stuck in a pattern of belief and blame. There's something that has happened either in your childhood or in your home or just within your own beingness that you are not feeling happy with. You're feeling victimized or wronged. And Spirit wants you to just be your biggest cheerleader. You're more mature now. You're not this little child anymore. Blaming other people is not going to get you anywhere. Forgiving those people and releasing them, let go of the karma, will bring you the abundance that you're looking for. But this 5 of Pentacles is what's holding you back. It's the belief that somehow, some way you deserved whatever you got, or somehow, some way you aren't deserving of what you're dreaming of. And so you need to go within you and cultivate, where does that come from? Make a list of all the wrongs that have been done to you that you're still butthurt about, that still hurts you, that still makes you feel a certain way. And then ask yourself, who do I blame? Whose fault? And don't think about it. Just write down the first name that shows up. Then you can think about it. After you've let your ego blame somebody naturally, because it already has, then you can kind of dig deeper into it and ask yourself, is it really their fault? Maybe can I own some of the responsibility of that? Or vice versa. If you're blaming yourself, is it really your fault? Or maybe somebody else could own a little bit of responsibility around that. But it feels to me like there's been some kind of a healing that your higher self is pushing you toward. And it does have to do with other people's, the way you view yourself and believe other people view you. And I think you need to really take a deeper look, because there's something better there than what your mind is telling you. And if there's a choice on the table here, because this does kind of say you're going to be faced with two different directions, I would always say take the choice into the unknown, right? Take a chance. Follow your intuition. You're carrying a lot of burdens on you. Your soul is tired. And change is wanting to happen for you. But in order to have that change, you have to end an old, it feels like an old story. And in that old story, you either victimize someone else and you're feeling shame about it, or somebody else victimized you and you're feeling blame for it. And Spirit's asking you to really kind of take a look at it on a deeper level and to take your time, because healing takes time. And it really is around either your childhood home, or your marriage, or where you live now, or just your own vessel. But there is new hope here, and Spirit is trying to push you into a new beginning. And your advice is to seize the opportunity to do this shadow work. It's time. You've been being called to it. Stop resisting it and just dive in. And if you're on a twin flame journey, which a lot of people that watch my channel are, you know, if you're stuck, I get in this energy every now and then. You know, you're flying high, vibing high, and then you get a really bad week. And you just feel, you fall back into those old patterns of blaming others, of feeling abandoned, feeling not good enough, like other people are getting what they want, but you're not. You're always waiting. You're never getting your abundance, blah, 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 blah. You know, because the no place like home and the self-reflection for me and these decks are very twinny energies. And so if you are, I know from doing all the zodiacs that right now, these high-level soulmates are in separation for shadow work. And it's necessary. And so allow that time for yourself. Don't put your focus and attention on anybody else right now. Put it back on you. Create the change you want to see in your own life, in your own home. And if you're blaming somebody, ask yourself if this is something you can integrate. It's not, you know, forgiveness isn't for anybody else, it's for ourselves. They don't even have to know that you forgave them. But when you blame somebody else, you're literally giving your power away constantly. It drains your energy. And so to find that self-empowerment, you really need to come back to you, back to your home, your vessel, your brain, your beliefs, your garden, and create the change in that garden that you want to see, and give this person, if it is a person, this is just a side note for some of you, give this person time, because there's healing for both of you that need to happen. All right, so this has been it, guys. I love you. I hope this resonated. Please let me know in the comment section below. If you are new to my channel and this resonates, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell, notification bell. And if you would like a personal private reading, all you need to do that is in the description box below. If you'd like to support my channel so that I can continue making free content here on YouTube, there's an opportunity to do that with a wish list from Amazon and a PayPal me for tips. If it's on your heart, don't do it out of obligation. It's not necessary, but it is always welcomed and appreciated. Also, you can check out Amazon. I've got some journals there. There's all kinds of stuff down in that description box. So I will see you guys on the next upload. Namaste.